Microsoft Sudoku on my iPad together. We're going to start with an easy one because it's a bit embarrassing if I start with a medium one and struggle. So we're starting easy. I do normally do Sudoku on pen and paper, but I personally love watching iPad tapping sounds videos, so this is for those who also love iPad tapping sounds. It's just so creamy, I can't get enough of it. And for those who don't know how to play Sudoku, the board looks like this. We've got 9 squares, as you can see, and we've got 9 columns and 9 rows. The goal of the game is to get one number that does not repeat in each column, row and square. So for example, you can see it's highlighted here. There is already a 1 in this column, so there cannot be another 1 here, and there cannot be another 1 here, and there cannot be another 1 in this square, and also in this, like, these 2 ones are also highlighted because this whole thing here, there can't be. No, that's not right. It's just the square and the box, and because the only other places in this box we could put a 1 is in these 2, it wouldn't work. So that's the aim of the game, if that makes sense. I probably did a really horrible job of explaining, but as we go through you'll sort of get the understanding of it. I like to start with a row that I've sort of identified that has the most numbers already given to you. You can also use this note feature to put in that we know that this row needs a 1, but it can't go in this square because there's already a 1 in this square, so it has to go either here or here. So I use the note feature to write that down. There's a 2 already, but this row needs a 3, and given that there's already a 3 in this box here, and there's a 3 here in this box. No, never mind. Guys, we're off to a bad start. This row doesn't need a 3. It doesn't need a 4, and it doesn't need a 5 or a 6, but it needs a 7. So, given that this box has a 7 and this box has a 7, the only place that we can put the 7 is in here. This works out to be quite easy. You can see that we also need a 9, and there's already a 9 in this box, and there's not a 9 in this box, which means the 9 goes here and the 1 goes here. Yay. Okay, we're gonna finish off this square. So we've got a 1, we've got a 2, we've got a 3, we need a 4. So we need a 4. We've got a 5, we've got a 6, we've got a 7, we need an 8. Okay. Looking at this row here, you can see that there's already an 8 there in the corner. So that means this one's going to be the 8 and that's going to be the 4. Yay! Alright, where to go to now? This might be annoying, but I don't. There's no rhyme or reason at how I complete these. I was going to jump to this square next, because this row here, there's a 1, but there's not a 2. This box also needs a 2, but the 2 can't go in these 2 spots. It has to go here or here. There's already a 3 in this row. There's a 4, there's a 5, there's a 6, there's a 7. We need an 8. The 8 can't go here, and it can't go here because there's one there. So the 8 has to go there, which means the 2 has to go there. And the only one here that we're missing is the 9. So the 9 goes there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5, but there's a 5 here, so that 5 goes there. 6, and the last one to put in is 7. Let's jump to, may as well do this one. So we've got a 1, 2, 3. We need a 4 in this row, but there's a 4 in this box, which means the 4 goes here. 5, 6, 7. We need an 8 here or here, but there's already an 8 here, so that means 8 goes there. And we need a 9. There's already a 9 in this row, and this is the last spot, so that goes there. 1, 2. Okay, we need a 3, 4, 5, and a 6. And then to finish off this bottom one here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. Now let's do these ones up here. So 1, we need a 2, and we've got no other clues as to where the 2 can go, so that's where I like to note that they could go in either spot. 2, 3. We need a 4 as well, but then that gives it away because there's a 4 in this row, so the 4 can't go here and it has to go here, which means the 2 goes there. And we need a 1 in this square. There's no 1s to give us any clues. 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a 6. No 6s to give us any clues. Okay, so this is when we need to jump to other squares to help us figure out which one goes where. You can just take a stab in the dark, I suppose, but if we move over, let's do this one. So this also needs a 1, but there's a 1 here, so there could be a 1 here, and there also could be a 1 here. It's got a 2, it's got a 3, needs a 4. 4 can't go up there, and it can't go there, so the 4 goes there. 5, it needs a 6, but the 6 can't go here because there's 1 in that square, so that 6 has to go there, which makes the 1 go there. That hasn't given us any help with these 2, which is fine, but we can go, so 1, that's gonna be a 2. We need a 3, it's gonna go there. 4, and that's gonna be a 5. And the last number in here that we don't have is a 9. I think the Microsoft one makes it easy because it shows you these numbers here, like we've used up all the 8s. And there's only one 9 left to place on the board, which has to be in this middle square here, because it's the only one that's missing a 9. So it sort of shows you how many numbers you have to place of each, which gives you a little bit of a clue. Certainly makes it easier. So we need a 1 in this row, but we know that we've got a 1 could be in either of these rows here as well. So we've got a 2, 3, 4, we need a 5. The 5 can either go here or here. And we need a 7, and the 7's gonna go here because there's 7s butting up to these. Okay, this also doesn't help us really. I mean, it gives us some sort of here. Alright, let's do here. So we've got 1, 2, we need a 3. And it could go in either of these spots, because they're both empty. 4, 5. We need a 6 as well. The 6 is going to go here because there's 1 in this row. That's going to be the 3. We need 1 in this running across here as well. But it could go in either of these 2 spots. What else do we need? 2, 3, we need 4. The 4 is going to go in the middle. Which doesn't help because there's already a 1 in the middle. 5, 6, 7, 8, and we need a 9. This one already has a 9, so the 9 goes here. The 1 goes here. 1. That needs a 2. 1. This one also needs a 2. Has to go there because we've just placed 1 in this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This has to be a 5. Okay, and we still need a 1 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5. So that 5 goes there, which means that's a 1, which means that's a 5. And the last number we need in here, I think, is a 6. Yep. Which means that's the 6, that's the 1. And what are we missing in here? I actually cannot believe that just happened. As I completed that level, my camera ran out of storage and it didn't capture me doing that final level. Can you believe that? I can't. That's actually insane. What the hell? Alright, we're going to do the medium hardness level now. We'll see how we go and we see if I embarrass myself. Like I said, I have no rhyme or rhythm to sort of how I start these. I just have a look where I know I can get a number. I know that one that I just put in is a 1 because this row needs a 1. There's a 1 in here, so it can't be these 2 spots, and there's a 1 here and here, so it can't be these 2 spots, it has to be there. That's sort of what I do to start and sort of just plot where I can. Because as these get harder and harder, you start with less and less numbers on the board. So you've got to look out to put in what you can. I don't know where the 4 goes because it's got no clues. There's already a 5. The 6 has to go here because there's a 6 in this row and there's a 6 in this square, so it has to go here. A 7 can either be here or here. The 8 can't be there. It can be there. And it can be there. Okay. What else do we know? So there's a 1 in this row already. The 2 can't go here. It can go here, but it can't. No, okay. The 2 can only go there. We need a 3, and the 3 can go here or here. And we also need a 4, and the 4 can also go here or here, and this would also go here. There's a 5, there's a 6, there's a 7, and we also need an 8. The 8 can't go here, but it can also go here or here. Okay, that's annoying. Here, we can do a 3 only in these 2 spots. here though. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 1, 2. Need a 3, need a 4, need a 5. Let's see. Okay, the 5s can only go here or here. 6, and we need a 7. They can only go here or here. Okay. Okay, this is where you can figure things out, because the 5's can only go here and the 7's gonna go here, but there's no other number. Oh, the 4 and the 3, never mind. Normally if there's no other number of any of the things that can go in here, 7 would be the one, but the 4 and the 3 can also go in that spot. 1, 2, again we need a 3, the 3 could also go up here, and the 4 could go up here, the 5's there, 6, 7 can go here. Okay. Let's move over here. 1, 2, 3. We need a 4. That can go here or here. The 5 can go here. 6, 7. And the 8 can go here too. Oh, this sucks. That's so annoying. 2, 3. Oh my god, why is 4 the magic number that needs to go everywhere? There has to be. Okay, you need a 7 and you need a 7. And you both need a 6. And you all need a 4. 4, 4, 4. 1. Alright, finally 2 can go there. Again, 7 we can do. The 7 goes here. And we need an 8 and a 9. The 9 has to go there and the 8 has to go there. Alright. This definitely helps us. So now. Okay, maybe not. Well, we know that 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 can go there or there or there. 5. We need a 5 in here. Can't go there. Can't go. Still can go here or here. And we need an 8. The 8 can't go there though. Can only go there or there. Okay. Now a 5 can't go here or here or here, so the 5 has to go there. And the 5, okay, and then the 5's there and there. No worries. And but up here, it's still a 4 and an 8 and a 7, but we know the 7 can't go in this box now, so it's got to be up here. Which means one of you aren't. Just about figuring out who. Okay, but if we look here, the 2 has to go there, and that's all the 2's on the board. We still need a 4 the one in here has to go there. And we still have 6, 7, 8. The 8 has to go there. The 6 has to go there because the 7's there, so the 7 goes there. Alright, we're still not going to have those numbers yet, so let's work up here. 1, 2, we need a 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, and an 8. Well, the 8 can't go to the bottom one. Okay, this 1, 2. Always need a 4, man. 4, but it can't go in that row, so it has to be there. Oh, I got it wrong. I didn't stop and think for a second because the 4s can also go here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4s, but it can't go there. We need a 5. The 5 does have to go there though. And we need a 6. The 6 can go there or there. And an 8, the 8 has to go there. Okay. The 1 has to go there. They still need a 3. The 3 has to go there. 4, 5, 6. We need a 7. And this one's missing a 7, so that's the 7. 8 and 9. 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. I mean, 8, okay. Well, that 8, okay. But that doesn't help. 1, 2. We need a 3. That's gonna be here or here. And this one needs a 4. That could be there or there or there. And it's got a 5. Needs a 6. Okay, the 6 has to go there. That means that's the 4 and that's the 3. Which means that's the 6. Which means that's the 4. Which means that's the 7 and that's the 4. Yes, okay. 1, 2, we need a 3. No, note. 3, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 9. The 9 can't go in this row here, so the 9 goes there. That makes that the 3. 2, 3. The 4 has to go there. The 7 there, and the 8 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. This is where marking it becomes really handy because you can see like all the numbers that you use get taken off your markings. So now I know what has to go where, and the final number is a 4. There we go. Yay, we did it. I love sudoku, it's so fun. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm so sorry that my camera got full right as I completed the first one. That is so frustrating. Anyway, I hope you had fun watching this little iPad puzzle video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.